Simon & Schuster Audio presents Muzzled, The Assault on Honest Debate by Juan Williams. Read by the author.
For why should my freedom be judged by another's conscience? 1 Corinthians 10:29. Chapter 1. I said what I meant. I'm a bigot. I hate Muslims. I'm a fomenter of hate and intolerance. I'm a black guy who makes fun of Muslims for the entertainment of white racists. I am brazen enough to do it on TV before the largest cable news audience in America. And I am such a fraud that while I was spreading hate to a conservative audience at night, I delivered a totally different message to a large liberal morning radio audience. I fooled the radio folks into thinking of me as a veteran Washington correspondent and the author of several acclaimed books celebrating America's battles against racism. My animus towards Muslims may be connected to my desire for publicity and the fact that I'm mentally unstable. And I'm also a fundamentally bad person. I repeatedly ignored warnings to stop violating my company's standards for news analysis. And I did this after repeated warnings from my patient employer. Therefore, my former employer made the right decision when they fired me. In fact, they should be praised for doing it and rewarded with taxpayer money. Their only sin was that they didn't fire me sooner. This is just a sampling of some of the reaction to National Public Radio's decision to fire me last year after a 10-year career as a national talk show host, senior correspondent, and senior news analyst. They weren't taken from the anonymous comments section of a YouTube page or the reams of hate mail that flooded my inbox in the days before the firing. No, this is the response from the NPR management, whom I had served with great success for nearly a decade. It's also the reaction from national advocacy groups like the Council for American Islamic Relations, whose work I had generally admired and occasionally defended over the years. Joining them was a small, knee-jerk mob of liberal commentators, including a New York Times editorial writer who defended NPR as an important news source deserving federal funding, even if it meant defaming me. Quote, he made foolish and hurtful remarks about Muslims, end quote. Cable TV star Rachel Maddow, a fervent champion of free...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?